welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be designing this slide and then creating this morph transition animation in PowerPoint. Alright, let's get started. To begin our tutorial, we're going to need a new blank slide. So if you want to watch the videos on how I created these other parts of our template, you can check out the description box below for that. I'm going to go to new slide and I'm going to insert a blank slide. Let's go over to shapes and I want to go over to rectangles and I want to use rounded corners rectangle. I'm just going to click and I'm going to increase the height to 18.6 and the width is going to be 33.6. I'm going to remove the outline and then I'm just going to drag this so that the corners will be as rounded as it will go. I'm going to bring this here. Let's go over in the shape format tab, go to align center, and then we're going to align middle also. Let me zoom out for this next part. Let's go over to insert shapes and I'm going to go to basic shapes. I'm going to insert a rectangle. Let me change the fill of this rectangle to something I can see over this one. I'm also going to remove the outline. First of all, what I want to do is move this rectangle so it's at the center point here. Increase it like this, and then I'm going to grab a copy of this and then move it to the middle line. So it's going to be at the middle. Select this rounded corners rectangle first, and then these two other rectangles over at shape format, go to the merge options and we are going to subtract and we're going to have this left. I'm going to bring this to the bottom left corner and I'm just going to bring it back like this. Let's change the fill to this orange color. I'm going to create a copy of this, bring it here, and I'm going to rotate, flip vertical. And now I can select this to bring it to this other end here. And now I'm going to rotate and then I'm going to flip horizontal. I think I'll prefer if the height, I'm just going to increase it to 9.2 for the height for all of them. Let me see. I feel like there was way too much space in between them. Let me just move it around. You know what, we could even do more. Let me increase it to 9.3. Let's see. I didn't want to, you'll be wondering why I didn't create the shape first and then do it. Sometimes when you create the shape and then over edit it, it will become wonky. So the shape won't look exactly like how you had it before. But in the end, even though we created with all those dimensions, just increase the height to 9.3 and we should have something that looks like this. If yours came out fine, that's all right. Let me zoom out. We are going to add in another shape, which is going to be an oval shape. Let's go over to shapes. I'm going to go over to basic shapes and I'm going to insert an oval. Remove the outline. Fill is going to be black. Dimensions is going to be 8 cm by 8 cm. And I'm going to align it to the middle as well as the center of our frame or our slide, just like this. Next up, we're going to insert a text. Let's go over to insert text box and I'm going to grab the text, which is this, defining the opportunity, and I'm going to paste. Select the entire text box. We're going to change the font to Montserrat extra bold and I'm going to change the size to 28. Color of the text is going to be white. I'm going to expand this so all our text is on 3 lines and change the alignment of the text to center. Then align this text to the center of your slide. Also the center of this circle as well. Now we can go ahead and grab our other text. I'm going to go over to insert text box and okay, I can actually just type this. This is just 01. And just give a bit of space just a little bit, because we're going to reuse this for other numbers also, so that we don't have to start changing the width or the size of it. So I'm going to change the font to Montserrat. It's going to be Montserrat semi bold, and size is going to be 30. I just want to make sure mine is going to be enough. So this is what I meant. I'm just going to increase the width so that if 4 can fit, every other number will fit. So I just want a width size of this text box. Let me check the shape format. The width is 2.43. I'm going to change this back to 1. Let's create a copy of this text box. I'm going to hold Control, and there's not going to be any space. This space you're saying is just from the text box. I'm going to go over to Home, and I'm going to change the font to Montserrat Medium. So let me just scroll down, and Montserrat Medium. I'm going to go over to my text. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste. Let me extend the width of this, and I'm going to insert a line next. So I'm in the Home tab. You can either be in the Home tab or Insert. Just navigate to where you have your shapes, and I'm going to use a line, and I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to draw this line. Let's go over to Shape Outline. Change the color of the shape outline to black, and the width of this is going to be 7 cm. Let's create, let me just move this line a little bit more. I think just a little bit of space between them is fine. And just to make sure, I want the alignment of this line to be to the left of that number 1 text. So align left. So go to shape format, go to align, and then align left. I'm going to grab a copy of this text box, bring it here, hold Control, and then drag. And I want to try my best to get the same spacing if I can. And it seems like I'm having issues doing that. I can just, let me see, select all 3. Let me see, I'll just move it one more time like this. Let's go over to the Home tab. I'm going to change this font to just Montserrat. Let me go down. I'm going to use Montserrat. Size is going to be 20. Oops, I wanted to use 20, not 29. 20. And I'm going to grab the accompanying text, copy it, and then paste. I want my text to be on 2 lines, just like this. Now I'm going to select all of this, Control G to group. As for this placement, I'm just aligning it to the center of the middle of this shape here, and just sort of place it off to the side like this. I'm going to create another copy of this, holding Control and Shift to keep it aligned, and I want equal spacing, so I'm going to also align this to the center of this shape while also maintaining the spacing. I'm going to create one more copy of this. I'm holding once again Control and Shift to create another copy here, just like this. I wonder if I have equal spacing. All right, equal spacing from the right. But we are just going to make some modifications to this one before we duplicate it. I'm going to right click on this group, go over to group, on group. And next, what I'm going to do is swap the positions of this. So I'm going to take this and bring it to the end of this text box, then move this text box to the edge of this line. And this text box should also be aligned to the edge of this line also. Select this, all 3 text boxes, and we are going to change the alignment of the text to right. I'm now going to Control G to group one more time, and I'm going to create a copy here. So yeah, This is what we have. If I feel like I have to move it, I'll move it. But anyway, let's now change the content of all of this. So let's start with this one. We're going to change this to number 2. And then I'm going to grab my text for number 2. So the title for number 2 is this. I'm going to paste it and then copy this text. And then I'm going to paste. Next, I'm going to make this number 3 and then select this title text, paste. I'm going to increase the width of this text. You know what? Let me move this line. It looks a bit odd for it to be. Oh, and I just realized I didn't even, the group doesn't even have the line. I'm just going to, let me select this and then on group, let me go to shape format. I want to increase the width of this line to 7.5. I'm having issues selecting the line. You know what? Let me just use the selection pin. It's going to be straight connector. This is what I want to select. I'm just going to move it and then I can just go to shape format, align right, and I'm going to group this. I'm going to delete this since the line isn't there. Select this, delete. All right. Okay, this looks fine. Let's come back. I don't think I've copied the text for this. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste. I want this line to be a bit longer. So I'm just going to select this group and then straight connector. Let's go to shape format. Width is going to be 8. And then let's work on this one. I'm going to, oops, I just want to select this group. And I'm trying my best to align it. This is going to be 4. This is sustainable. Copy that title. Paste. I'm going to increase the width of the text box so I can have everything fit. And I'm going to copy this text. And then paste. So once again, I think I'm going to increase the width of this line so that it will fit. Let me make this, let's make it 8.5. And I'm going to select, I'm having issues selecting the line. So I'll just use my selection pane, move it a lot to the left so I can just use align, and then I'm going to align right. And this is what you should have. So right now, we can now go ahead and apply our transition, which is going to be the morph transition as well as the push transition. So select slide 19 or whatever number your slide is, Control D to duplicate. Go back to the slide that is on top. I'm going to zoom out, and what we're going to do is move out all of these items so that we can have our transition when we create our morph animation. So I'm going to select these 2 items, hold shift, move it to the left like this, and I'm just going to select this group and then I'm going to move it out of the frame. Select these 2. I'm going to use my left key, move it out of frame, and then I'm also going to use my left key to move it out of frame. Select this 2 also, and I'm going to move it out of the frame. Let me bring it out. I'm also going to select this group, use my right arrow key, and then move it. Select this two, move it out of frame, and I'm going to select just the group, and then I'm going to move it out, and we should have this. So for slide 19, let's go to transitions. We're going to use the push transition and go over to effect options. We're going to make it from right, and we're going to increase the duration to 2 seconds. Select slide 20. We are going to use the morph transition, and I'm going to increase the duration to 3 seconds. Let's go back to slide 19 and then look at our slides in the slideshow view. So I'm just going to click on this. We have this one, and then we are going to have our 4 items coming to the slide. And yeah, that is it for this particular tutorial. If you want to watch the other videos in this template, because this is an entire template where I'm going to create each individual slide or combination of slides, you can check out the description below for the links to the individual videos or the link to the course playlist, or you could click on the video on screen right now or the playlist on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.